Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Friday, October the 26th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions for me? This is the email address you can use. This is a link to get into the free room. 100% free, and of course next week we'll be in our test drive. I'll have the test drive link again available for you. You can still sign up all the way to Sunday night, all right? And again, the test drive is an opportunity for you to try us out for 5 full trading days, starting Monday morning at 8. We'll start getting data at 7 in the morning Eastern Time, all the way to Friday, end of market. And you'll have access to our full program, what we call our premium service. That includes everything we have to offer. And it'll cost you $8.88. It's a great opportunity to try us out. You can come into the trading room. I'm there all week to try to help people understand how to use the program. I do that anyway, you know, but we have obviously more people usually during the test drive, brand new people. So come into the trading room and I'll do the best I can to help you understand how to use the program. I open the room at around 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And that's when I start to share my screen, get live on the mic. Just a little bit after that, I go to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and 3 o'clock on Fridays. So again, in this email, actually, I'm also going to have a link for the layout that I'm using next week. I'm actually demonstrating it right now in the trading room, but I'll have a layout for the link that I'm going to, or the layout that I'm going to use next week during the test drive. So if you want to take a look at that, now remember it is a layout, all right. So if you download it, it will replace the layout that you currently have. So just make sure that you do save your layout to the cloud before you download my link, or my layout link. So again, because I kind of like what I've done today, because usually I don't start demonstrating the layout that I'm going to use for the test drive until the test drive actually starts. But I thought I would do it a day ahead of time, just to make sure that it was all working the way I wanted it to. And so I have been basically showing everybody the layout that I'm going to be using. I've been answering a lot more questions that I normally would have to answer, which is fine. I mean, that's why I'm there. Consequently, I really haven't traded that much today. And unfortunately, and you'll see also that I'm showing live all 3 Hollies, the 3 Holly versions that we have, which I don't do normal conditions, because it's just not fair to the premium subscribers if I'm going to display, you know, all of the Holly alerts for everybody. So that's why I don't do it. But during the test drive week, I do it. So and today I did also. The problem I had, unfortunately, with this one, fantastic alert from Holly, 1689. Look at this move here, 15-minute chart, very, very steady up, very steady on the 5 also. I mean, you're not going to get much better moves if it would load. Just a minute. Okay, let's get the 5 up. Okay, there you go. I mean, look at this move. You know, I was saying in the room that you didn't get too many like huge candles up, which would have been fine, I guess, if you'd got in here and you could have traded it out. But when you get those big wide-bodied candles, you know, a lot of people down here will say, "Oh, I better get out," you know, because there's probably going to be some profit taking. But look at the move. It's just been very steady. A little base there, little pullback there, but nothing really extraordinary. No real reasons to get out. Now, as I say all the time, Holly got out of this trade right at 1664. I'm sorry. 1740. Okay, so she got out of the trade right here. So why did she get out here? Not because of this, but every one of the Holly alerts, all strategies, has a hold period. Okay, so this particular one was called the 5-day bounce, and the hold on this one is 90 minutes. So because, you know, this is a computer, Holly just looks at it. Okay, after 90 minutes, I'm out of this trade, regardless of what the trade is doing. Now, when I say that, of course, if she got stopped out, she'd be out before that 90-minute hold. Or if it started moving down, she would probably get out with what's called a profit save. She wouldn't wait for, you know, the stop to be hit. Or sometimes if she gets into a trade, here was a stop for it, 1664. If on the entry at 1689 it had been starting to drift down a little bit, not really moving, she may not have waited for the actual stop to get hit. She would get out on what's called a reduced risk. So I'm not trying to complicate things too much here, but Holly got out of this one just on the timed exit. What I'm trying to say is that if you were in this trade, there'd be no reason for you to get out of this trade because it was still working well. You could have taken some out. I'm not saying you didn't have to take anything out, not just because of the timed exit. You may have wanted to take somewhat right here in this little minor downturn. Let me get back to the 15. But that's why I'm saying, for me anyway, the Holly trades, these are guides. The timed exit certainly is just a guide. You don't have to get out then. It is saying that, okay, but in this strategy, typically, it's a 90-minute hold, but each individual alert, in my opinion, should be managed on their own. So this was just a tremendous alert from Holly. The reason I didn't hear it, unfortunately, because sometimes, if you understand how our program works, I have a sound alert for this, but I have sound alerts in my other alert windows, and sometimes if a nanosecond before another alert window had a sound alert, I won't hear this one. So consequently, I just didn't see it because this fits everything that I like. I like the alerts under $20. Okay, that's just a personal preference. It doesn't mean you have to do it the same way, but I like the alerts that happen on the $20 and under stocks. Of course, the daily was looking good. It's called the 5-day bounce for a reason. So this had been moving down, had this potential, void area to fill in. It wasn't down, in my opinion, because of any catastrophic news. It was just sort of, it had moved down with the market. Look at what the market has done. It's had this nice after the initial reaction. I mean, the market was down a lot. This is the pre-market right there. So when the market opened, it started moving down, but it's had a nice rally right here. So a lot of stocks, are probably looking like Liberty, and you gotta, I always say this is my favorite day to trade because when you have a big gap down in the market, then a recovery, you got a lot of people looking for, sort of bottom fishing. Stocks especially that are, not beaten down for any other reason than the market was down at the previous days. Sometimes stocks are down because they've had horrible news, especially like a biotech company, bad test results on whatever drug they've got. And those sometimes are really tough to bounce. But, some of these ones are just being beaten up because of the overall market conditions. So it's great to be able to take advantage when the market starts to rally in stocks like this. So that was a great Holly alert. I only traded a couple other ones. In fact, I might even be trading IRM later on. We watched IRM on this break right around here. Yeah, it was right there that I took it. We were waiting on this one because this was not an earnings play. It had earnings yesterday early, and if you look at it on the daily chart, you can see what I was watching here. I thought, okay, if I can take this out, there's the low right there, then this has a good chance to just continue down. And so it took a while, but it finally did. And I'm all out of the trade now, unfortunately, but I was able to get this trade around 31.27. Let's get back to the 15-minute. But I talked about this trade. I said, guys, put a price alert right there. If it takes that out, put a price alert on that daily chart, and it did take it out. I'm sorry, right up here. So I got into this trade right around 31.29, and I covered in this area, as it popped up. I covered down a little bit down here and the majority here. Looks like it wants to take it out again, so we'll see. And that's about it. I do want to get back into the room, so so please, in this email, you'll see some links. You'll see a link for the layout that I'm going to use next week in the test drive. You'll see a link for the test drive itself. You can still sign up for it, and it should be an exciting week. I mean, I probably won't trade again very much because a lot of questions come in, which is fine. That's why I'm there. So let me bring back the capture program, and again, any questions for me, you can use this email address. This is a link to get into our free room. The subscription link, you'll see everything in the email. I'm going to open the room next week around 9 o'clock Eastern time. So I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I hope to see, especially the test drivers, I hope to see you all in the trading room Monday morning. So have a great weekend. Bye-bye.